Good morning. Happy Monday. Today is February the 9th, and I'm Samantha Lee from Soul Pathways, here with another vlog. I hope you had a great weekend. I know it's been a minute. You know, it's a sunny day today, but I have to admit the energies are heavy for me today. I don't know about you guys. I know last time we talked, we were talking about why healing is necessary to get to your higher self or to your highest timeline. And it sure is. Here's a question. Have you ever experienced wanting something and knowing you gotta get there, but feeling like every time you're on your way, something gets in your way, and you feel like it could be on purpose? Like people get in your way on purpose. Distractions are put in your place on purpose. Like people are trying to stop you from achieving your goals on purpose. Because I'm currently dealing with that. And it's frustrating. Nobody wants to be stuck in the same place forever, spinning their tires. Especially when they know they want to be somewhere else and they know they can make it. Yeah. And you know in your head and in your heart and in every breath you take that you're supposed to make it. You're fated to make it. And so, like with every single day that passes, it's like I hear like the heartbeat of the universe almost. I just got out of meditation before I came in here to be with you. I lit some incense to Nag Shampa to help break up any energies at 4 on the timer and to bring in some stability. 4:03 and bring in the presence of divine. But I've got my full team here. This weekend I spent a lot of time healing my heart and stepping into receiving mode. Because, and here, that's confirmation, that sun coming out. When you do that, when you heal your heart, it brings you clarity. And it makes you lighter. So we spoke on needing to heal to get to your highest timeline, because we are essentially our blocks to getting to our higher self. This would be true. We are. Many people have heard of the law of attraction, and everybody has their own take on it. Some people are wizards at manifesting, others struggle. Manifesting it can be tricky if you're not sure how the spiritual laws work. Spiritual laws that this universe runs by. And these laws are what are necessary to understand, in part to heal. What you think must be in line with what you say. What you say must be in line with how you act. And emotions are very, very necessary, because they are the gasoline that forwards your motion on your journey. So if your emotions are negative, you're going to attract in some negative things. And if your emotions are positive, you're going to attract in most likely the thing you're wanting. When it comes to healing, I spoke to self-love. And that's something a lot of people struggle with in this world, because it's not something you learn. We don't have a class in any one of our schooling experiences that says Self-Love 101. Nor do we have a class that says Thinking 101. Or how thinking actually affects our reality. Why? Separation of state and religion. They want to make money off these things. They don't want them given away for free. Are you kidding me? There's way too much corruption in this world. And that's why we're out of balance. That's why we're at a place we are now, where sex rules the day, and we can have sex with 8,000 different people and not know their names. Or in a singular day, we can have multiple different sexual partners and not wear a condom. Where if you overly like somebody, you're picked on, which is unheard of in my book. I have a child. He's a teenager. He's going to be graduating soon. And I'm baffled by some of the things he tells me. He's between a Gen X, I think, and a millennial. Somewhere. And I'm thinking, how did we get to this place? Well, when we lose touch with ourselves, we lose touch with other concepts. When we forget where love starts, this is where the connection with source is. Source, your higher self, is your connection with your higher power, God, or your creator, whatever that thing is for you. I call him Dad, personally, because I have no family. My family is divine, my dad. But the self-love is your connection to all. Your connection to your higher power. It is also your connection that filters through your family. It helps you create relationships. How you treat yourself is a reflection to your outer world. Self-love affects everything. And if you're not taught that through example as a child, I'm fairly certain this is where the problem is going to lie. And that is what's happened. We live in a society that doesn't value love. We want independence, just not love. Why? Does anybody have the answer for that? I mean, Dad's speaking out. He has the answer at 11:43, which is 11:07. The reason why society doesn't want love involved is because love would change everything. It would kick out the corruption that currently has ingrained itself. If you haven't noticed, AI is now a thing. We're losing human connection. And the human connection we do have is not based on kindness and love. It's based on falsity and masks. People who deceive you, don't trust you, are not really truly kind. Where is authenticity? Where are people that truly support you? Where is family value? We live in societies where we don't even trust our families anymore. We complain about our families. We complain about our parents. We complain about our children. We complain, and we complain. We complain about ourselves. We complain about our food. We complain about our pets. Well, we might not complain about our animals as much, but we definitely complain about everything else. If you've not noticed, what's the one thing I've noticed, I've talked about here, is we've complained about everything external, which is merely a reflection of our inner lack, our inner trauma, our inner void, I'm going to call it. Our lack of self-love. It's expressing outward. When you have to look outward and you're complaint, because see, in life, I'm a mirror. I'm an activator as an earth angel, as a prophet and a chosen of the 144. When I go out that door and I'm in society, I'm basically a walking and talking mirror. And it's hard because I have noticed that I'm exhausted when I get home because it is rather negative. But the devil loves it. The dark loves that. Because that way, everybody just keeps to them dang selves and stays in line. And they can keep you controlled. Better stay doing what you're supposed to be doing so we can make money off of you. And we can take what we can take out of you. And that's exactly what's going on. Believe it or not, everything is intricately connected, energetically connected. So, like I said, and I'm going to state here, I'm going to stop because I'm being told to. I'm going to state, only take my messages as they resonate. Remember, this is my personal story, my personal healing journey. And though I'm a professional, much of this is for entertainment purposes. Okay. Take from it what resonates and leave the rest. Give me a second. I'm being talked to. Okay. 1725. Okay. So like I've said on previous videos, I apologize for that. This is my personal journey, and like I've said on previous videos, the only thing and the only person that you could ever change is yourself. And where do we start with change? It's not externally, although we do all this complaining about outward. Is actually, we need to, that's backwards. We need to take that and look inward. You want to make changes outside? Go inward first. In. Not first. Only. Not first. Only. Excuse that. Only. You're never going to be successful. You're just wasting your time if all you're doing is complaining outwardly. I mean, that's just a complete and utter waste. Have you ever been around somebody who is completely and utterly pessimistic? Outwardly so? And then when you step away, you feel drained? Yes. Yes, I have. Like, a lot. Because as an Hioke empath, Chippewa Indian, and shaman, I'm telling you, I sometimes feel like I am that person by the time I get home. And I actually have to cleanse myself because I gotta come home and dance. I gotta come home and remove that crazy stuff off of me. When I come home from door dashing, because that's what I'm oppressed into doing right now, when I get home, I will come home sometime and I will immediately start dancing because I've had a rotten day, a rotten shift. Sometimes it's so rotten, I've come home and literally just needed a hug from my kid, and I'll cry. And it's nuts that needs to happen, but sometimes that needs to happen because society has broken my heart. There's a lot of hate in society for somebody they don't even know. And I don't know if anybody here has ever had an experience like that, where you're feeling extremely misjudged by a group of people. And you're treated as such. I'm getting a ringing in my left ear, which is my divine masculine. Doesn't mean that this is just for men. We're born with both feminine and masculine. I don't know if this is a universal thing, but when my right ear rings, it's my feminine aspects, and then left is my divine masculine aspects. But they're downloads, and now I'm getting chills in my legs. Confirmation at 2150. But as I make these videos, I'm still a person. I'm still a human being, and I'm still going through things. And I actually talked with Divine, and I said, should I start this now while I'm still going through things? And the answer was yes. I'm a decade late. I should have started at 40. I was told way back when I was a teen that by 40 things would improve for me. Day by day they'd get better. That didn't happen. It kept getting delayed. And for those of you who are new to my channel, you might want to watch from the beginning. But I'll share that I'm at a place where I'm almost 50, and I'm just finding out that the family that raised me might not be my family. Doesn't mean that I don't have feelings for them, but there's been a great, humongous betrayal with this family. I actually do not have family. I cut everybody off from the first part of my life. Literally everybody and everything. I walk alone with my child. And when I did that, that's when the gang stalking started. And because I'm somebody who sees patterns, and I always was into that, I was somebody who loved, I'm detective and sleuthing, and I noticed right away, actually. You ever test things on yourself and then test them on other people, and then you're surprised when things work out? And the other person may not know unless you tell them. Well, maybe I might be the only one who does that kind of thing, but I do that. I'm like a scientist inside. I do that. I can't tell you how many times I've tested these people in these cars. My phone is a one-way microphone. And there are people in cars that follow me, and they listen. They listen to me. I've talked to them, and I've actually talked directly to them, and they've looked up. Just saying. They've gotten mad at me, too. The audacity for somebody committing a complete and utter crime by having my phone on their phone. They're mad at me for catching their attention. I mean, I called them dirty names, but how was I to get their attention? You know how many people I've done that to? Many. Recent, too. So my phone's been cloned and hacked. My car's tagged. And the government knows about it. No, I'm not crazy. I'm fully aware, and I have it all on camera. This has been going on for years. And I've been dealing with it. Alone. Alone. And I'm getting a ringing in my right. So, divine feminine aspects. Alone. Because I don't have masculine backup. Confirmation. That noise just started Friday. Friday. You'll have to forgive it. In fact, that noise wasn't happening last night at all, practically at all. I watched shows with my kid for a few hours. We binge watched some shows, and that noise did not happen. But all of a sudden today, while I am doing these videos for you, that noise is occurring on the dot every 15 minutes or so. Confirmation 777. For real. Talking about the Super Bowl, which I do understand that the person who started this on me happens to love sports. So I know who is behind all of this. I was born a psychic medium. I have all my clairs intact. I'm a prophet. I'm a channel. And to be quite honest, I'm trying to stay as humble as I can, but I'm also being told to be honest about who I am, so I'm just going to be who I am. Because I want that for people. More people need to step out and be proud of who they are. I don't really care if you believe me. I don't. Because the proof is in the pudding. And honestly, these videos are to help those in need. People who are going through things like me. And there are plenty of people going through things like me. And the intention is that they will get seen by people who need them. People in circumstances that need motivation, direction, care, empowerment, love, kindness, light, and support in a time where there's very little of that in the society we have built here on planet Earth. Self-love is foundational to healing. It is the bedrock. I would say it's the bedrock. Mm-hmm. And why would I say that? Because it leads to self-worth, self-value, self-confidence, self-esteem. Your connection to divine, higher frequencies, manifestation, forward movement. It affects every part of your life. From experience, I can tell you that the moment I began loving myself, just beginning to love myself, I got myself out of places, little ruts I didn't know that I could get myself out of. And moreover, the more I really looked into loving me, like really looking at myself, the things that I found unacceptable about myself before, like on my body, things that I was embarrassed about. And I said, screw that. I love me and I accept me. Fuck what everybody else says. Oh, excuse me. Screw what everybody else thinks. I love this about me now. And I openly say this. That's when the miracles happen. Dentures. I say it every time. I lost my teeth in childbirth. In my 30s. 32. To be exact. Who loses their teeth at 32 years old? I did. All of them. I was told when I was 17, 18 years old that I was infertile and couldn't have kids. So, the sheer fact that I have teeth, or had to give up my teeth and had a kid, I would have to say that's a pretty awesome thing. But there's a power behind owning, really coming to terms with and owning the things about yourself that you consider blemishes or unsightly or disempowering. Because the moment you do, they can't be used against you, like ever. See, the more you love yourself, self-love, it becomes like a suit of armor for you. Like right now, if somebody came up to me and said, oh, they made fun of me about my teeth being fake, I'd be like, yeah, your point? Like, I don't care. It's like, okay, so you're picking on somebody who had a rough childbirth? Okay, more power to you. Have a great day. I mean, like, okay, what's your point? You just made yourself look like a total jerk for picking on somebody who was infertile and had a miracle baby. Anything else? You want to pick on me because I was obese a couple times? Because I was abused, and I put on a lot of weight when I was abused. I mean, a lot. Even now. Wait, I mean, people. I love myself. I'm not to my right weight yet. I'm within 20. I have some people who think I'm very beautiful, would never admit that, and actually throw evil eye and bad juju my way and want to stop my progress because they think that I look better than them and it's a curse. So they want to curse me because they feel bad about themselves. What's the problem with that, folks? Wouldn't you say that they have some inner healing work to do on themselves? Instead of taking that out on me, where I've done all the inner work to work on myself, they would need to work on themselves. I'm just a mirror, like I said. I'm an activator. I'm a mirror. I'm both. I will show you your best self as well as your worst self. And I'll activate you at the same time to want to take care of it. Voila. You're welcome. I hold grace and space for people that don't want to. It's a timing thing. But at the end of the day, working on yourself is really important. And self-love is key. If you want anything in life, self-love's the way. And it's the first and most vital step. Right after you get that connection with God, or whatever your higher power is. I give thanks to Divine for everything. My Father. Absolutely. I don't know. So, I don't know why I had to grab my cards. But I was told to shuffle. And pull out a shadow that needs healing today for people. Addictions. Addictions that need healing. I know a lot about addictions. I know I don't look like much. I don't look like I've been through anything. I'm currently homeless, folks. I live in a hotel with my kid. I'm being oppressed into a hotel. I promise you, I am. I've been here going on 4 years. It's getting old. But I promise, I'm getting out of this damn hotel. Ringing. And it wasn't quite the ring, it was more the shift. I felt a shift, like an energetic shift. Anyways. Addictions affect every aspect of our life. If we want them to, they can. they can affect us. And if they don't affect us, they can affect the people we're with or the people we love or we're closest to. And then because they have addictions, then they affect us because we deal with them. As a counselor, see, I have a master's in counseling, where I specialize in alternative medicines and therapies. The mind-body connection is my favorite, but I do all alternative therapies to include Reiki, massage therapies, all of them, past life regression, metaphysical sciences, you name it, spirituality. I'm very deeply spiritual. Folks, from birth, my journey has been since birth. Like I said, you might want to start from the beginning with me, from video 1, if you want to start understanding my story. But I have dealt with my own addictions and addictions in family and addictions in partners, as well as addicting in toxic environments, all of which I've had to leave and walk away from. Even within myself. For me, personally, my own addictions, I'm clean and sober. I used to drink, smoke. I quit drinking in 2008, and I finally quit smoking in 2011, 7/11. I never allowed myself to get into hard drugs, though I have tried things. Nothing stuck, thank God. But I have been with people who have done hard things. So therefore, those hard things affected me. I have done marijuana. I don't do anything. I'm pretty boring. But there are other addictions. Food, video games, TV, porn, sex, money, working, needing validation. I just heard that one, needing validation, people pleasing. Addictions come in all types and varieties. Not just for you, but for the people you deal with as well. Being addicted to, I just heard, unhealthy lifestyles. I don't quite know what that means. Okay. Nevertheless, I'm going to let that one float. For me personally, as a counselor with all alcohol-related addictions, a medical detox, no ands, ifs, or buts. Sorry, folks. I wouldn't chance your health on nothing there. Especially if you have the shakes. And the only way to get rid of them daily is to drink. If you need to drink on a day-to-day to get rid of those, medical detox, please. But I would still recommend that. Personally, your mind plays a humongous role in any healing process. I always told myself when I did things, I don't need this. I do it because I'm bored. 45 on the timer when I said that, 9. I'm a life path 9. If you're into numerology, that makes me a very huge humanitarian, and that's very true, I am. I'm an earth angel after all, so that's very fitting. I always psyched myself out. I always said I don't need it. I just do it because I'm bored. I'm passing time. I'm wasting time, especially with the smoking too. Smoking and drinking. I just do it to pass time. And you know, I didn't realize it when I was doing it then. I really didn't. But it was helping me. I was helping myself. Because when it came time to quit, I had programmed my whole body to quit. Because my body didn't need it. I had told my body all the time, for all those years that I was doing it, that I didn't need it. That I wasn't addicted. I quit both, cold turkey. Literally. Because I found out I was pregnant. I was even on birth control for hormonal reasons. And I still got pregnant. If that's not divine intervention, I don't know what. They're telling me conception was in August, but I didn't know until October. So I drank and smoked from August till October, and I didn't know. When I found out, it was cold turkey. You think the moment I had known that there was a little thing in my belly, I was going to continue? Heck no. I did my own pregnancy test, and I didn't believe not a one. I was like, it's saying I'm pregnant. No, I don't believe that one. I must have done like 12 of them. I kept buying them. I'm like, this can't be true. No, false positive. I remember the day it was Myers. Out in Westlake. Because that's where I lived. I was like, I wound up going to Planned Parenthood to have a doctor do a pregnancy test on me. And even then, I wanted to not believe it, but I had to, because it was a doctor. I mean, I just knew. And like that. I quit. It didn't hold with the smoking. The moment I gave birth to my kid, this is the thing with addictions. When you quit addictions, you're told addictions aren't just the substance you're using, but it's also the environment and the crowd you hang with. That's how you're going to get using. Well, I hadn't changed my environment or crowd. And so I began smoking again. I'm lucky I didn't get drinking again. I stayed away from the alcohol. But I started smoking again because Chris's bio dad and grandparents, all of them smoked, and they all smoked everything. and I do. I mean everything. Pot and the cigarettes, and they drank alcohol, and Chris's bio dad did crack cocaine as well, and who God knows what else was being done. I smoked. That was it. And I finally quit at 7-Eleven. It took me a minute. But once again, I found myself, I was doing 3 packs a day, and my kid was pointing at, my cigarettes, and I felt like I was a failure of a mother. I kept asking myself, what kind of example do you want to be for your kid? My kid was a catalyst for me for great changes. When I look at kids, I'm amazed that humans, that adults, that parents always think, I had a kid and I'm going to teach him all this. But it actually is the other way around. I've learned so much from my kid. My kid, I don't want his head to grow too big, so I try to keep a lot of this to myself. But in all honesty, it's not that we don't teach our kids things. I'm not trying to say we don't, but we do, as we do. But our kids are not dumb. God gives us kids for a reason, and it ain't just because He's given us kids. Trust that. My kid was a catalyst, and he was a messenger. And he was here to help me grow. And boy, did he ever. My kid kicked my little butt. I love him every day for it. 7-Eleven, July 11th. July 11th, 2011. I was up north with the family, and I quit. I quit smoking. I remember, but I quit smoking. And I knew, I prepared. And how did I prepare? I didn't psych myself out or nothing. I just didn't buy any more cigarettes. I collected all the ashtrays, got all the lighters, got all the paraphernalia out. And then I bought a bunch of gum, a bunch of oral stuff to put in my mouth to keep it going. Suckies and gum and things like that. And I smoked my brains out until midnight. I gave myself till midnight, and I sat near a campfire till midnight. And right at midnight, it was like gong. It was the one last puff, and I took the whole ashtray, and I shoved my lighter and cigarettes and everything. No, I get that lighter out because that would have blown up. But I know I put everything else in there, and I threw it all in the fire. All of it. And then I threw it. I tucked a piece of gum in my mouth. And I never looked back. I never thought about it. I never went back to the campfire. I didn't sit around being sad about it. I moved on and went and watched a movie. And then I counted the days of successes. A week. And I announced it. 2 weeks I announced it. A month I announced it. 2 months I announced it. 5 months. 6 months. A year. I'm 2 years clean and sober. in 5 years, 10 years, and I'm almost to 15 now. And that is my story. And along the way, I've picked up other healthy habits to help me with it, such as meditating, going on walks outside, confirmation, that help me with both. Now, my situation's a little different than a lot of people's, okay? I use the power of my brain well in advance to help me quit. I mean, preparing yourself to quit by saying, I don't need this, I'm not addicted to this, practically every time you smoke or drink, preps you. I certainly wouldn't say to go out there knowing you want to start drinking and start saying, I'm not addicted to this. I mean, why even bother picking up a habit? But if you've been drinking a long time and you're wanting to quit, know you can quit. And you'll know you're ready. You'll know you're ready for... all I can say is keep trying. Never quit. Never quit quitting. Because I fell off the wagon. With the smoking, I sure did. But I just dusted myself off. And I tried again. Happens. To everybody. I mean, moreover, like, my weight loss experience with the food addiction has been one to speak on, and maybe I'll talk about that next. But when you love yourself, you work to heal everything. You look at all aspects of yourself. And through the power of love, you continue, little by little, to heal yourself. And as you do that, you learn to love yourself more and more and more. Isn't that weird how it's just all tied together? So that was how I healed my own addiction. Personal addictions. Has nothing to do with how I dealt with others. That could be another story. Because I was with familial addictions. I was raised in an alcoholic home. My entire family was alcoholic. And then my son's father and his family were all into drugs. And alcohol. So there's that. And the thing is when you don't heal something, you attract in to you those things. And I did, clearly. I attracted in my son's bio father. So Your level of self-love directly affects what you're attracting in to your life, because it affects your level of awareness and what you're healing. Sure does. You got some crows outside cawing. Confirmation. Magic is in the air. At 10029, which is 111. Nevertheless, we're at an hour, so I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a wonderful Monday, and I want to thank you for joining me again today, and I'll see you next time. Do take care of yourselves and each other. I love you. Till next time, bye.